inspired, be informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive. Make it a text with Martin.
Okay, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Please like, subscribe, and share. Right? Hit the subscribe button right here. Look, check this out. It's on Amazon.com. Pick up an ebook called By Your Faithfully Martin. You find it quickly. Okay? So please stick around. Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Today, the 29th day of January 2025. Today is Wednesday and the time is 3 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
Born at the 103.5 FM, Ogidi presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for Ebona, the 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at Ebona, the 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Obunike Boys, inside Leofin Residency Hotel, Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 65 79 6599.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on The Guardian, Leadership, Sun, Punch, Daily Post, The Nation, This Day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. After backing removal, divided GAC takes Obasa's case to Tinubu. Odua investment strikes a strategic healthcare business. How, how mediation diffused tension, prevented farmers' herders clashes in Ilepeju, Mowe. Police crack down on unregistered vehicles, tackle rising crime in Ogun. Court dethrones traditional ruler, plays Ogun government for breaches. Oyo Assembly seeks mandatory drug tests for civil servants. African leaders, partners commit African leaders, partners commit $50 billion to improved power supply. Others, federal government deploys single window system to recover $3 billion, meet $1 trillion target. Federal government deploys single window system to recover $3 billion, meet $1 trillion target. Stored pipeline project hobbles domestic gas utilization. Wike's vision to transform the FCT yielding the desired result. Lawmaker. Japanese firm reaffirms commitment to growth expansion. Evangelist Obi denies involvement in dismissal of police officers. World Bank, NGF, urge action as Nigeria accounts for 20% of global maternal child mortality. NAFDAC raids 240 shops, confiscates over 5 billion naira fake products in Aba. Afenifere urged formation of state police, overhaul of security architecture. 45% of Nigerian girls have children before 18, says World Bank. Police debunk extortion claims, clarify case involving 2.1 million naira fraud allegation. Court hears case of apprentice charged with 721,500 naira extortion scam. Presidency, governors, ministers, diplomats tackle barriers against women. Oborowori wins Governor of the Year 2024 award. Tanker explosions. Mba retrace enforcement of anti-spill lock. Diri emerges South-South Governors Forum chairman. Man arrested for allegedly cutting off wife's wrist over extramarital affairs. US condemns violence in Sudan, calls for accountability. Police move to lift Nigeria out of FATF grey list. NUPRC targets 15 trillion naira revenue in 2025 amid commitment to zero gas flaring. We have no political interest in Nigeria, European Union envoy says. School mourns demise of 2-year-old pupil, promises justice, reforms. Burnt woman, Soludo's wife, rights activists seek justice, anti-femicide legislation. Ogun warns against Sharia court panels amid protests in Ekiti. Human Rights Writers Association demands Showere's release, condemns police brutality. Police crack down on unregistered vehicles, tackle rising crime in Ogun. Court dethrones a traditional ruler, plays Ogun government for breaches. Japanese firm reaffirms commitment to growth, expansion. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper this morning, federal government to earn 1.8 billion naira from gas distribution license. Man sentenced to 10 years in jail for robbery. Sanwo-Olu to open specialist hospital, considers flyover for riverine communities. Plateau government partners firm for energy sector investment. Plateau government partners firm for energy sector investment. Rivers residents in shock as truck accident claims life. Afenifere 6 Nnamdi Kanu's release. World Bank engages LASMA management in Lagos. Groups protest inauguration of Sharia arbitration panel in Ekiti. Cross River commences annual school census. Illegal migrants. 3,690 Nigerians face deportation from US. European Union denies political interest in Nigeria. Budget. Lawyer calls for Ondo Speaker. Finance Commissioner's resignation. NASFAT celebrates 30th anniversary. CELCE tax re-elected Unilag alumni share on community engagement. Lawmakers to meet Umahi over Enugu Onitsha Expressways rehabilitation. Southeast PDP leaders decry crisis over party scribe. No group can bring Sharia to Ogun through the back door. Abiodun. FUT Mina to graduate 5,816 students. First Lady unveils Governor Abu Razak's landmark projects in Kwara. Tinubu celebrates Fubara at 50. Activist urges Tinubu's ADC to broker peace between Ilemona or Far. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebonade 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to leadership newspaper. NADF, Niger government signs 5 billion naira deal to finance agri initiative. Akwa Ibom, deputy governor, Enyekenyi loses daughter. I warned Tinubu against Areboshala's disloyalty in 2018. Journalist, Omipidan. Dangiwa woes foreign investors at Saudi Real Estate Forum. NEPC trains exporters on technological processing skills in Imo. Nigeria has 7.6 million out of school children. Senate. NADF. Niger government signs a 5 billion naira deal with taking this. Kanu withdraws criminal charges against hashtag end bad governance protesters. 35% affirmative action. Nigeria ranks 178 out of 182 countries. Nasarawa farmers demand VCDP's sustainability. Federal government to review gender policy on agriculture. University of Abuja Vice Chancellor awards 5.4 million naira grants to research teams. Gombe Governor reaffirms commitment to judicial reforms. Autonomy. Bello Tunji not yet arrested. Defense headquarters. Federal government deports 828 illegal immigrants. Revamps border security. Your desperation responsible for PDP's woes. APC blast Atiku. Another tanker explodes in Niger. Secret trial of terror financiers. Concerns over gender disparity in judges' appointments in Gombe. 3,690 Nigerians faces deportation from US. 3,690 Nigerians face deportation from US. Zamfara Assembly dismisses absentee lawmaker, declares seat vacant. Ahead of 2027, civil society organizations dismiss opposition's merger plan. NUP, NEC applauds Gombe governor for clearing 17.2 billion naira from inherited gratuity backlog. All agents are busy. Gombe First Lady inducts students into Young Farmers Club. United Nations officials visit Boronu, calls for sustained support ahead Lake Chad governors meeting. Opeboro signs law stipulating death, 21 years imprisonment for cultists, sponsors in Edo. Minister of the Year Award, testament to weakest transformation, drive, Betara. Minister of the Year Award, testament to weakest transformation drive, Betara. One dies, four injured as two-story building collapses in Lagos. South governors backs Tinubu's tax reforms, demands increased oil derivation. Police file criminal charges against Showore for calling Ebetokun illegal Inspector General of Police. Speaker Abbas to palliate Tinubu on population census. Federal government generates 6.03 billion naira from marriage contracts, expatriate quotas. Nigeria targets universal electricity access by 2030 with $23 billion plan. Tinubu, that's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. From the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. Enugu tanker explosion. Mba retrace call for anti-spill lock enforcement. APC, Atiku, Obi, El-Rufai aggrieved desperate leaders. $360 million Ogoni cleanup. Senate threatens to issue warrant of arrest against HYPREP coordinator. INEC admits challenges in implementation of electoral process. Diri emerges chairman, South Governors Forum. Presidency accuses El-Rufai of plotting to unseat Tinubu. Executive legislative relationship, a new dawn in Lagos. Edo governorship poll. Tribunal knocks PDP over failure to produce witnesses. INEC admits challenges in implementation of electoral process. PDP, Mba, Wabara, others absent at Southeast Stakeholders Palais. 2027, Abure restates Labour Party's readiness for reconciliation. Leveraging NICOM NCAA collaboration to debunk insurance industry myths. Insurance sector assets soar to 3.88 trillion naira. NICOM. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Sun newspaper this morning. Man United ready to sign Oshime on loan. Migration of Nigerian doctors to foreign lands. The deadly petrol tanker explosions. Boniface seals Saudi deal to earn 23 billion naira yearly, achieving the 15% inflation rate. Knee injury rules Lukman out of Baka clash. Benue declares rabies outbreak, plans mass dog vaccination. Working with Laide Bakare fueled my passion for acting. Kainde Adeboale. University of Lagos SPGS holds median holding for 213 PhD graduates. And that's the much we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. Remember, you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. From the Sun newspaper, we'll flip over to the Punch newspaper. Federal government deports 828 illegal migrants, tightens border security. Abiodun kicks as group launches Ogun Sharia Court, invites litigants. Court sacks Ogun monarch, warns government against impunity. Anambra community drives youth empowerment, honors 7 indigenes. ECOWAS, uncertainty as Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso exit deadline elapses today. Soldiers intercept Niger Republic arms dealers in Zamfara. 50 scholarship awardees head for China. Opposition tackles Atiku over alleged 50 million naira APC bribe. Adebanjo led Afenifere canvasses Nnamdi Kanu's release. 3,690 Nigerians listed as U.S. mass deportation continues. CBN waives 2025 license renewal fee for BDC operators. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Oshun PDP woes Areboshala's group after APC exit. Edo poll. PDP alleges irregularities in 765 polling units. Lagos state government urges builders to engage professionals. PDP knocks Ayedatiwa as lawmakers get 200 million naira for phone calls. World Bank team visits LASMA, pledges support. 280 bed space Ojo General Hospital ready December. Sanwo-Olu. Office privileges. Power won't change me. Fubara. Time for excuses over, says Wike. Logistics firm donates Brett Alezas to FRSC. Cleric distances self from 3 police officers' dismissals. 1,000 para traders get Remi Tinubu's 50 million naira grant. Ramadan. Sultan orders moon sighting. Jigawa votes 4.8 billion naira for feeding. Presidency fumes at El Rufai. Presidency fumes as El Rufai criticizes government, urges opposition to unite. Your advocacy inspires belief in judiciary. MBA Ozokome eulogizes IPOB lawyer at 50. Your advocacy inspires belief in judiciary. MBA Ozokome eulogizes IPOB lawyer at 50. Police arraigned Sowore today for calling Ebotokun illegal inspector general. Ex-governor candidate sues Anambra over illegal recertification, revalidation levy. Abia community cries out as waste agency confiscates farmland, demands OT. Group gives OT 30-day ultimatum to list administration's challenges. MOUAU Vice Chancellor urges fresh students to shun cultism. Catholic priest distributes 100 showing machines, 20 bikes, cash grants in Ebonyi. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. From the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. Tinubu returns to Abuja after Tanzanian trip. Many jubilate in Burkina Faso, Niger over exit from ECOWAS. European Union eyeing more tariffs on products from Russia. Belarus. Building collapse. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps rescues 2 victims in Lagos. NIMET predicts 3-day haziness, cloudiness. US withdraws from Paris Agreement. Illegal immigrants. US mass deportation affects 3,690 Nigerians. We will honor our agreement. Abia government tells striking judiciary workers. Gang members supplying motorcycles to Boko Haram bandits arrested. DSS arrest suspected notorious gun runner in Zamfara. Explosion. Ban daytime movement of inflammable products. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps commandant receiving financial assistance from senior pastors reduces blessings. Pastor David Ibiemu. That's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Power is my priority. First Lady's RHI disburses 50 million naira cash to 1,000 petty traders in Kwara. First Lady's RHI disburses 50 million naira cash to 1,000 petty traders in Kwara. Lagos, federal government signed memorandum of understanding on 68-kilometer VI Lekki Aja rail project. Troops closing in on terrorist commander Tuji, says army. How Wike funded Bala Muhammad's 2019 governorship election by Dogara. APC slams Atiku, Obi El Rufai over anti-Tinubu comments. Biwala, Omokri to El Rufai, your reference to Tinubu as a dictator, mischievous. Federal government targets $3 billion through port trading platform. 60% reduction in cost. No plan to dump APC, says El Rufai. How I disbursed state funds on ex-Taraba governor Ishaku's directive by former aide. Property dispute. Court summons Iyabo, Obasanjo, Philip Aduda. Others. Tinubu, Sanwo-Olu. Others felicitates Femi Pedro at 70. Police charge Soworo with calling Egbetokun illegal Inspector General of Police. Democracy Conference urges INEC to register more political parties. No group can bring Sharia through back door, says Abiodun. Protest rocks Ekiti over inauguration of Sharia panel. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Our candidate won last Edo governorship poll. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. When I go for a short break, when we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper. Please stay with us.
Born at the 103.5 FM, ODD presents
Good
Media
morning.
Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for Ebona, the 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at Ebona, the 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Obunike Boys, inside Leofin Residency Hotel, Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 65 79 65 99. FM. Nabakoa Production. Police for vigilante. Now my business is mine. When I will tell you DJ radio drama, Erico. Akoko internally AJ radio drama, Erico, Ghana Dialogue every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, that one at 103.5 FM. If you move and finish your business, yeah. The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have everyone at the 103.5 FM here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach everyone at the 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. Everyone at the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebon at the 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Obunike Boys inside Leofin Residency Hotel, Ogidi.
Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Afọ m bụ Nwaada Okoye Mmesoma Eric. Abụ m Adaogidi 2024/2025. Achọkwaziri m iji ohere a wee kenee Igbo bụ Igbo niile, ndị Ogidi niile, ndị kwadoro anyị na Adaogidi nke afọ a. M na-asị na Chineke ga-agọzi anyị ncha niile n'otu n'otu. Afọ a ga-abụ afọ ọma nye anyị ncha. Chukwu gọzie unu.
Announcement na-abịa n'afọ ụmụ amawa community in Ogbunike both home and abroad. This announcement na-eme ka anyị mara na Amawa mere election on Tuesday being 31st of December 2024 which emerged Mr. Jinna Udens the winner and his new executives. Anyị wee na-asị ka anyị were ohere a mee ka ndị niile bụ ndị Amawa ma ndị tenanti bi na Amawa nakwa ndị niile ha na Amawa na-emekọ biznes ka ha mara na onye bụzi chairman Amawa kịta bụ Mr. Jinna Udenze and his new elected executives. Na onye ọbụla chọrọ trade with Amawa and his property should contact the new elected chairman and his executives. Onye binyere aka n'ọkwa bụ Mr. Jinna Udenze, Chairman Congress of Amawa, nakwa Comrade Uzodimma Onigbo, PRO Congress of Amawa. Amawa ekene m unu.
Gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. Let's go!
It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebona DFM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio.
From 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Getting your morning inspired, be informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive. Make it a date with Martin, aka Metal, on Ebona 103.5 FM. From Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
On the morning drive.
103.5 Ebola DFM.
Abụ m onye Anambra amụrụ ọda gengem na ọ na-abụ mbata Anambra steeti na-achọ ebe ife na-eme ọ dịka enwe ife na-akọ m ya m wee kpọọ ezigbote enyi m nwoke wee jụbịa kedu ebe ife na-eme na Anambra steeti ọ wee sị m ka ọ na m anụbe maka Residency Hotel Leofin Ogidi m wee sị enyi m nwoke ọ gịnị na-eme na Residency Hotel Leofin Ogidi ọ sị m chelụ sị m na ife ọ na-achọ ịpịa m na-abụ ole sị m na enwe executive rooms and suites na Ogidi na Residency sị m ka m ejego na dia restaurant ka atachigodo m na chef fadebelo den aka adọrọkwa mmanụ ife a na-esi esi na ọkwa nlisie ntọ wee sịzịa m na m bịazia na dia outdoor arena ebe a na-eme ma wedding traditional marriage dedication naming ceremony shows and displays sị m na banwe swimming pool na ọkwa nwefu ka weda shide ntukpunye onwe m n'ime mmiri lozi afọ na enwe ife na-eme wee taa aka sị na ebe adịkọta ife m na-eme aga m anọ na Residency Hotels Leofin Ogidi ka nwa aṅụrị tọla atọ ezi enyi m gwalụ m nwanne na Residency Hotel Leofin Ogidi dị well secured in a serene environment ọ dị na kilomita 13 Old Enugu Onitsha Expressway solukwa m maka ana m eje de enwe fon nọmba onye m ga-eji buku ya na 08140933512 ana m akpọfa just now ka m bukuo.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebona FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be,
Government,
Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanish, number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Epona 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On Emas and Epona, the corner 24/7, 24/7.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742. We are on to the Nation newspaper. Our candidate won last Edo governorship poll. PDP shifting claims Lagos to open 280-bed hospital in Ojo. Sanwo-Olu inaugurates 4 road networks in Amuwo-Odofin. Engineers step up campaign against building collapse. Stampede. Oyo warns against unregulated Valentine's Day celebrations. Masare. More tertiary education trust fund interventions coming. FEM restates commitment to growth in Nigeria. CAC New Covenant Assembly celebrates Festival of Champions. Ugosa. Students reunite. Unilever, Nigeria records 44% growth. Masses, interest paramount to us. Alumni key to development of education, says Ekiti Commissioner. Police probing 179 suspects laundering of 11 billion naira, says a spokesman. $360 million Ogoni cleanup. Senate gives HYPREP's boss 7 days to appear or risk arrest. Reforms impacting immigration, correctional service. Others, says Tunji Ojo. Marriage contracts fetched 2.4 billion naira for federal government in 2024, says Minister. Tinubu returns after Dar es Salaam Energy Summit. That's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning. From the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to this day newspaper. El Rufai, we have poor leadership today because cunning people, illiterates are leaders. Atiku's political desperation responsible for PDP's tragic disintegration, says APC. Tinubu, 11 African leaders sign Dar el Salaam declaration for electricity access to 300 million Africans by 2030. Tinubu, 11 African leaders signed Dar el Salaam Declaration for electricity access to 300 million Africans by 2030. Cardoso, era of opaque FX market practices, sundry abuses over. Senate backs APAPPA initiative to unlock $20 billion climate finance for Nigeria. ICAN symposium. Financial experts advocate productivity budget. Federal government issues distribution licenses to 6 firms to expand in-country gas usage. Federal government launches ultra-modern fashion hub in Borno, targets 48,000 jobs. Lopobri seeks speedy execution as a TDF, UK varsity signed memorandum of understanding to boost capacity. At 30th commemoration awards, this day celebrates class, glamour, grit, resilience. Survey General, $230,000 needed to acquire modern mapping server. Insurance sector records 1.17 trillion naira gross premium. Assets soar to 3.388 trillion naira. That's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. From this day newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune. Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu slams 20 billion naira libel suit against Fox PRO, Adejobi. Civil society organizations demand a probe into Federal University Oyo Ekiti's vice chancellor over alleged sexual harassment. Reps will not compromise budget integrity, Agbese. How Wike mandated Chief Dan Obi to deliver PDP tickets to Bala Mohammed Dogora. Experts call for united action on draft climate change law in Africa. Group engages non-governmental organizations to evaluate performances of Tinubu's appointees. Bauchi governor swears in 11 new essays. Niger government launches mass housing projects. Speaker Abbas to meet Tinubu on conduct of a population census in 2025. That's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. That will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. Now we flip over